This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. EA Sports College Football continues a familiar feel for us here on a Thursday night. It's the UTSA Roadrunners and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Checking in with the Roadrunners head coach. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Back to you guys.
All right, Holly. And the Roadrunners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Throws it off the RPO. Turning it on at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Owls. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. It's McCown. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple yards short.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
And it's the Roadrunners. Send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Henry. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now...
Snags it, and he's open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Takes a handoff. It's Bernard. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking downfield, it's McCown. He's got the back in the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field, but he was able to go recover.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Messer. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
The Owls lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Left side, it's Bernard. Oh, That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick.
Makes the grab and room to run. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. Oh, and he missed it. No good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
To the air, it's McCown. Wilson open on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Straight ahead, it's Henderson. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Wilson. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Wants to throw on first. Out wide right, it's Henderson. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Henderson. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the team.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Snap in the shotgun. Throws for the tight end. Left side, it's Johnson. Throws on the Jets. He's at the 20. Touchdown Owls. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to pass, it's McCown. Throws to the tight end. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Hits inside. It's Bernard. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Drops back on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Caught in the backfield. It's Henderson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Roadrunners are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's McCown. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted in house, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
Not a lot of room to field this one. He's got great speed. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The run inside. It's Bernard. They were all over it. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That's reeled in. It's Messer. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Making the adjustment. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Open space at the 25. He's got the first down. Mark it at the 15 as they try to put up points before the half. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with Akron, taking on the Ohio Bobcats. And it's the Zips, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a fifth, and they can't move the chains. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Knocked down immediately, and he'll be stopped short of the sticks.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Quick handoff. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. Scanning the field, it's McCown. Fires to the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And they're not on the same page there.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along and they really need to make something happen.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Messer. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Right side, it's Johnson. Runs through a man. He might have some space. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
There's an example of going to your tight end on third down. You don't quite have to throw to the sticks with him because he can make somebody miss and then go do the rest of the work himself. Really nice individual effort that time by the big fella.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Finally, headed to the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And the pummeling has started. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quarterback keeps it. Fights off a defender. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his second fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. From the gun, it's Henderson. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Henderson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's McCown. Out wide left, it's Amador. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Fresh center downs going to the air. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for space. It's Bernard. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great game, great job on the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Messer. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This is a designed run. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Driving forward, it's Bernard. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Quick give. It's Bernard. All over him immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Messer. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's McCown. Buying time to his right. Right side, it's Henderson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And the Roadrunners in a good spot here with second and short. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on fourth down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's McCown. Release to the back. Grabbed in the middle, it's Henderson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Rashad Downs going up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it.